Mona has only been on the Joe Budden podcast for
Right.
about a month, and there's already people coming out the woodworks to expose her. I don't know how I feel about this because I actually really like Mona as a podcaster. I think she's cool. I met her in person once, but these accusations is pretty crazy. This woman here has been posting on TikTok for about a year now, accusing Mona of running off with some front end money that she gave Mona for a comedy show they were supposed to do together, but Mona apparently never showed up for the comedy show and canceled 2 days beforehand. She will say that because Mona canceled 2 days beforehand, that she couldn't pay her rent because she spent all the money on this comedy show knowing it would get a return because Mona was going to show up and pack out the venue. But when Mona canceled, she had to give refunds of all the tickets, and she lost all the money that she spent on the show. Hence, she couldn't pay her rent that month because she utilized her rent money to throw this show. For the most part, she's been trying to expose Mona for about a year now with really no traction whatsoever. That's until recently when Mona did a collab show with Tonight's Conversation, which is another podcast. They did a live show. The live show was conveniently in the city this woman lives in.
Oh, man.
So when the live show started, she began to cause a ruckus, yelling at the top of her lungs, exposing Mona for apparently scamming her in a stadium packed of people. Now, this apparently got Mona's attention. It got the attention of the host on Tonight's Conversation, and a woman was escorted out. But by that time, the damage was already done because the video went viral.
How can I get up to the microphone? Scammer! Fell for me. You took my money. I want to run up there so bad. Pay me my money back. Where the microphone at? Pay me my money back, Mona. Pay me my money back, Mona. You scamming ass. Pay me my money back, Damona.
Oh.
You scamming ass. Pay me my money back. You ain't think you was gonna see me again. Damona, scamming ass. Scamming ass. Somebody gotta touch me. That's all my money. Don't touch me. I'm leaving. I was prepared to leave. Damona's a scammer. She a pill pumping scammer.
When I first seen this, my first thought was maybe a manager took the money and now she's getting pushed back because the manager ain't conduct business the right way. But I was wrong, right? Because when Mona responded back, Mona pretty much owned up to it that, yeah, she took the money and no, she didn't conduct the service. But she did have a couple of excuses. From my perspective, that don't matter. You know, if you take somebody's money for a service, you refund the money or you do the service, you know?
Yeah, that's nasty.
Anything else, I think there's no excuse for it, right? Because the person don't have their money and it's been a couple years now, okay? Now, Mona took to her Instagram to respond back to the scamming allegations or to the allegations that she owed this woman $3K. What I would say, though, there are some pretty serious implications here because if one person's saying, yo, I got scammed out of $3K, and God forbid, let's say 2 or 3 more people come out. Well, if that's the case, now you're looking at like a fraud case, right? Now you're looking at something pretty serious. And if I'm Mona, bro, I would have squared this away the second I had the opportunity to. I wouldn't have let it fester until now this woman is popping up to where I'm conducting business and having people who are paying me to be there looking crazy.
Because she did not give me $3,000. I believe she gave me probably like $800, between $800 and $1,200. I really don't know, but I was not charging $5,000 then or $6,000. So if she gave me $3,000, that means I was charging her $6,000 to do a podcast. I was not charging that back then. It's a lie, but whatever. She gave me $3,000, which was her rent money. I took the money, never showed up, so the ticket sales was supposed to be how she paid the rent. So who knows if we was going to sell a ticket, let alone sell it out. But you want the people to believe that you used that money, your rent money, and when I didn't show up to the thing, and you canceled it, and then you got evicted. And that's my fault. So now we talking about you miss 1 month of rent and you get evicted. The last time any of y'all got evicted, how many months of rent did you miss? Like, stop with the dumbass. I legit said, when she posted my number and shit, I said, fuck you in whatever you said.
But why did it have to get to a...
Yeah, but she's still deflecting. You deflecting, Mona. We got to call a spade on that. We got to call a spade, Mona. You deflecting. About her rent and all that don't matter. If she paid you money and you didn't show up and you just burnt her for the money, then you burnt her. Like, she has the right to feel some type of way about it. And then whatever the repercussions is, and this is what females do. Mona, you being a female right now, and usually you solid. You say you a real one, and you usually are a real one. But the fake females, when you bring facts to them, they deflect and they don't take accountability. You're deflecting and saying, you change the subject like, oh, about your rent. I don't care about that. That's not the point, sis. The point is you stole her money. Stay there. Don't change the subject. Don't talk about what's in the background. Stay on what we talking about, see? And that's with the fake ones. You just said you a real one, but I gotta call a spade, and that ain't real. And I despise females who can't take accountability. It's the fastest way. That's why I got my own house, my own car, my own careers, my own everything. It's the fastest way to get a man who has value to say, yo, hit the road, dude. Hit the road. Because that was non-accountability 101. How they change the subject and try to talk about something to the right. No. Stay on course. Did you steal this woman's money? Yes. Take accountability and talk about that directly. I don't care about what happened in the background. Respectfully. Let's keep going. That's nasty work, y'all.
Where she's already posting your number, right? Because from my perspective, you can't say, man, because you post my number, I'm not going to pay you. When she only posted your number because you didn't pay her back the money that she gave you. Right now, whether it was 800 or 3,000, I don't know. Okay, the lady is claiming 3,000, all inclusive for everything she paid for the venue. Now, if she only sent Mona 800, but then the other cost of the venue and other things of that sort amounted up to 3,000, I don't know. At this moment, like 2 years later, Mona, pay that woman the 3,000. But if we're talking about at the moment that Mona canceled, I feel like Mona probably only owed her the 800 that she paid Mona, if that number is true, right? She's claiming she's paid more. Mona is claiming it's only 800. I don't know. But Tasha K interviewed the woman who's claiming that she got scammed by Mona. Now, Tasha K didn't just interview this woman. Tasha K interviewed other women who claimed that they also got scammed by Mona.
Oh,
Yes, I am a single mom. I started a podcast in my small town, Erie, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I was a really big fan of Mona. So I reached out to her last year in April to come and do a live podcast.
Okay.
She showed up for that podcast. It went well to me. It was a success. It was great. She told the audience she wanted to come back to do a comedy show. So after the show, we planned on doing a comedy show. I gave Mona a deposit for the comedy show. So that show was April 5th. April 13th, I gave her a deposit to come back May 11th. So we had to end up doing a verbal agreement because we changed the date from May 11th to June 28th.
Okay.
I paid her up to $3,000. She went ghost, and everybody's like, well, why did you pay her? I paid her. She told me she was busy with the BET Awards, and like we did business before, and she was like super cool. And she was cutting me a break, she said. So I kind of was trying to respect that she was busy. June 28th comes. I'm getting a message 2 hours before the comedy show from a manager of hers saying that she had to cancel. So I'm like, okay, I hope everything's okay. Can we discuss a reschedule or a compensation? He's like, yeah. Immediately, I'm like, wait, I don't even want a reschedule. I need my money back. Like, I just spent all this money on food, vendors, DJs, host, the venue. Liquor. Like, I spent all my money. Like, I'm a medical assistant. I'm not a this came from me. I'm a single mom. I issue refunds to people because why wouldn't she refund me? Like, a couple days went by and I had already refunded everyone. Now 3 days later or so, it's time for rent. Everybody thinking, oh, you gave her your rent money. No, I did not. She was paid like 28 days before the show, and she never gave me a refund. They went ghost on me. They stopped responding to me. I then took it to social media, and she called me on the phone with lies and beating around the bush. She blocked me. She
know how to communicate it and took the avoidant route, which to me is wrong. Like, is 100% wrong, and is an even greater sin to me because this is a fan. Listen, man, if you finesse Rock Nation or Live Nation out some paper, they're a corporation, right? Whoop-de-doo. But you can't do it to a fan, man. Like, when fans conduct business with us, they're conducting business with their favorite content creator, probably in a manner that leaves themselves vulnerable. But they're okay doing that because they watch you every day and they feel like they know you and they trust you, right? But when which is why you're supposed to conduct the business even more honest. Like, you're supposed to go above and beyond and even give up a little bit more when dealing with a fan, just so they leave that interaction feeling satisfied and whole. The fact that you blocked her phone number, blocked everything. To me, it's not right, man. Now, if Mona ain't half the money, I feel like your Mona should have just communicated, man, hey girl, hey man, I'm in a bad spot right now. I don't got no money, man. I spent the money you sent me. I got a sickness, I'm sick, or I got
Right.
something going on. I can't come to the show, man. Girl, I don't know how I'm gonna repay you, but maybe we could reschedule the comedy show. I don't know, man. But girl, I'm sorry. I don't have the money right now. Please forgive me. Right? I feel like being apologetic and groveling for right, like begging for mercy would have been a better route. Because even when she does expose you, she can say, man, that broke girl told me she don't got no money. And that would have came up a little better than blocking her, taking her off all social media, and acting as if she wronged you when it was the opposite. Right. Now, the reason why I'm even saying maybe Mona didn't have the money, because Tasha K would also interview another woman. This woman would claim that Mona was really down bad a couple of years ago before she got on the Joe Budden podcast, which to me is also unfortunate, because if she was down bad for a while and she finally got her biggest gig yet and she's making the most money she's ever made in life, the first month on the job making the most money she ever made, a slew of scandal opens up like Pandora box that could potentially get her fired from the gig that's paying her the most money that she ever made. It's unfortunate, right? But our past will always come back to haunt us. Now, Tasha K would interview another woman, and she would claim that Mona was so down bad a couple of years ago that Mona would like get paid in DoorDash.
Tasha K.
Hey,
How
so
are
what-
you?
I'm fantastic. How are you? You got something for me?
Well, let me tell you about this Damona. So I'm from DC or whatever, and you know Damona, she's from Philly. Philly not too far from DC. So when I had met her during COVID. So I want to say like this is like July 2020. And it was just off some live shit. Like, you know, we was talking, blah, blah, blah. But then we got cool because Damona is Muslim. I'm Muslim too. So we bonded off of that. I know. We bonded off of that. We bonded, you know, she's a single mother. I'm a single mother. We bonded off of that. You know, we was just like DM each other, talk to each other. Like, it was like a real friendship, like following each other, everything. Like, it was real. This was after the $1 million worth of game shit. They just stopped calling her. She told me they just stopped calling her. It was not no firing type shit.
You know, don't even close it the same way.
Yeah, they just stopped calling her. She was just like, it wasn't, you know, I wasn't fired. They just stopped calling me. She would get on live and kind of like panhandle. Hand out, like asking for money in a sense, but not asking for money. Like, you know, if y'all want to hit me up on the Cash App, da 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 da. Like, act like that. Like, girl, it's like, but like, she'll only do it. And she'll be like, oh, I'm telling jokes. Y'all not sending me no money. Like, she'll panhandle like that. And then, like, she'll, like, add you to the live, right? Like, she'll add me to her live. And then she'll be like, hey, since I added you to my live, do you think you can send me $100?
She on that mob radio shit like Millie send me $20 all day.
Yes. Girl, to the point where homegirl so desperate, she'll even take DoorDash orders, girl.
Y'all be sending her DoorDash orders?
Girl, I had her address at one point.
That's different.
That is a little different.
Not doing right on social media? The fuck? Did you send food for the baby too?
Girl, no, I got kids myself. I can't keep sending you money. And girl, when you stop sending it, you get unfollowed.
So she was out here on her Dr. Umar.
I mean, it's a Philly thing. No offense to anybody from Philly. I guess it's just a Philly thing. I guess people from Philly, that's how they are. Like, once I'm through with you, I'm through with you.
This is not a good look.
That's
and
crazy.
This is really sad because, anybody else, I'm going crazy. Right? Like,
Yo, that's nasty work, bro. And I ain't gonna hold you. That's probably why $1 million worth of game stopped dealing with her. That's crazy.
Anybody else? Man, I got a lot to say. But with this, I just feel sadness, man, because I really like Mona. I really, really like Mona as a person, man. And ultimately, bro, I know maybe it don't look like it, but I know Mona is a good person, bro. Right? I think Mona fell on hard times, as we could see here. Like she was getting, like paid in DoorDash and e-begging. So like she was obviously having money issues, and probably couldn't express in the right way that, hey, man, I don't got that money. I'm broke, right? Because when we're content creators, people automatically assume that we got money, right? But man, y'all let me know in the comment section. I do know Mona has repaid the woman $3,000 in full. I don't know if there's other victims, but that woman has said, she has received her money in full. So as far as I'm concerned, the issues have been squashed.
Yeah, but that kind of shows like what type of person Mona is for real. And that was nasty work to just be hitting people up and then burning them for their money. And the girl's from Erie, PA. That's about 2 hours from Philly. Mona is from Philly. $1 million worth of game is from Philly. If I'm not mistaken, Flacco ain't from too far. Flacco somewhere in PA too. So that's probably how he knows Mona also. I know that area real good. That's why I can kind of put everybody together. But that's nasty work. But I mean, she fell on hard times. She was hustling, but you don't want to steal from the church. You get what I'm saying? If the church is putting you in position, don't steal from the church, because then, it opens up the gate. Like right now, how she said, "Oh, I'm a real one. I do X, Y, and Z." But now I got to sit back and look at it like, no, you're not a real one. You're actually deflecting that situation. Now it was solid, you fixing it, but now it's like, you can't really take your word as a real one no more. Because it's like, you stole from the church, and then initially when you got caught stealing from the church, you deflected. And then a firestorm came behind it. Joe probably hit you up and was like, yo, you got to fix that. So, leave it up to you. You'll do it again, or you would have kept it going. So, you got to put that on your jacket. But it is what it is. Y'all drop it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. Maybe I'm overreacting. But All right, it's your boy Jet Ski G. If ain't nobody told you they love y'all, I love y'all. I'm also going to drop 2 more bangers. One right here. I'm going to see y'all in the next video. I'm out, y'all. Man, damn, Mona.